Not only is 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy the betting favorite for the NFL MVP award, but he has been proving doubters wrong from the very beginning this offseason, and it just keeps continuing. But as we know, 49ers quarterbacks are going to get talked about a lot, and they are going to have a lot of doubters. It just comes with the position that saw quarterbacks like Joe Montana and Steve Young. So the bar is set really high, and as a result, so is a lot of the discourse surrounding Brock Purdy, what he is, what he should be, and what he isn't. And let's face it, a lot of the talk around Brock Purdy this offseason, this season, has just been flat out wrong. And now what you're going to hear next, that Brock Purdy is the MVP favorite, is people making the case against Brock Purdy and why he shouldn't be in the running for MVP in the league. And I can guarantee you what that argument is going to be. It's going to be the fact that, well, look at the weapons, right? It's the number one argument used to discredit Brock Purdy throughout his career so far. They're going to be like, well, look at all his stats. It's all yak. It's yards after catch. That's a function of the offense. That's a function of his skill position. That he can't be MVP because look at all the support he has. He's not doing it. He's not backpacking this team to all these wins. He's being carried by all his weapons. Well, KP of Niners Nation absolutely bodied that notion, that argument, and destroyed it. Just literally ripped it up and burned it, lit it on fire. I don't even know how else to describe how well he bodied that. And we're going to take a look at it right here. KP says, if your argument is that Brock Purdy pads the stats with yak, you're ignoring history. 48 and a half of Purdy's passing yards this season have come after the catch. The average yak for the past 10 MVP quarterbacks was 48%. Patrick Mahomes was at 54% last year in regards to yards after catch. So, if this is going to be great knowledge for you guys as you continue to armor yourself against people who continue to doubt Brock Purdy, his relevance, and how good he has been this season, and I guarantee you one of the things that they are going to directly point to is this topic. He has weapons and gets yards after the catch. All you need to do is shout out KP, pull up these numbers, and be like, listen, pal, the last 10 MVP quarterbacks threw for 48%. 48% of their yards came on yak. Guess where Brock Purdy's at this season? 48 and a half. Right on pace. You got to love it. I don't know, something about proving Brock Purdy doubters wrong just makes me feel better about my day, because there's been so much slander on Brock Purdy dating back to the offseason, dating back to the just insane practice reports about his interceptions and all the just awful evaluations of Brock Purdy coming out of training camp, and the narrative that was set based on a quarterback who was coming back from a UCL surgery. Because what Brock Purdy is doing is he's lifting an offense, he's lifting a franchise, he's doing an absolutely phenomenal job for the San Francisco 49ers. Does he win MVP? I don't know. We'll find out. I think a lot of people can make the case that CMC should also be in that conversation as well for most valuable player, because he might be to the San Francisco 49ers offense, but we understand that the MVP is typically a quarterback award, so it likely will go to that position. However, the Brock Purdy rise has been phenomenal. He's playing extremely well, extremely efficient. He's elevating the offense to new levels that we haven't seen under Kyle Shanahan with the San Francisco 49ers. And that right there is very deserving. And just this stat, shout out KP. for pulling this info, because again, I think this is going to be one of the biggest talking points that Brock Purdy doubters use to kind of solidify why he shouldn't be that guy. So the 49ers right now find themselves in a situation where, yeah, having players available for these types of accolades to be in these conversations is a great thing, because it's great for their brand, it's great for morale, it's great for the team. But I know you guys as fans, you care more about winning the championship at the end when it's all said and done. So MVP would be an amazing story for quarterback Brock Purdy, considering everything that he went through. The fact that he's a second-year player coming back from a UCL surgery and an injury that almost ended his career. Absolutely phenomenal story. Of course, starting as Mr. Irrelevant. So if Brock Purdy wins the award and the 49ers go on to win a championship, you can go ahead and get the Netflix doc in the queue and title it Mr. Relevant, because they are absolutely going to make a movie about this kid. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Is the 49ers accolades are nice, but the biggest thing is long-term success at the position, franchise quarterback, and a guy who can lead the San Francisco 49ers to championships. And, you know, we still have a lot of time. We still have a big ways to go, but there is nothing that I've seen from 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy that would show any signs of red flags, any caution that I have that he can't be that guy. Brock Purdy is exactly what the San Francisco 49ers need at quarterback. He's a great leader. His teammates love and adore him, and he executes the offense better than we have ever seen since Kyle Shanahan has been the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. And that's saying a lot, when at one point the San Francisco 49ers had the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Brock is deserving, and that's why he is the favorite right now, the betting favorite for MVP. So we'll see what the outcome is at the end of the year, and it will be an interesting one. But I love stuff like this. I think this is because people's natural kind of ability, not natural ability, but their natural thoughts are to compare. All right, well, here's your comparison. Here are the numbers to back it up. See it with your eyes. Here are the numbers for contextual reference. Now, what say you? Is Brock Purdy deserving of being in the MVP conversation? Is he deserving of being the front runner? Or do you still have questions? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.